vessel taking damage.
All right, here we go, guys. Round 2. All right, round 2. Godar, HBZ versus Godar. Godar starting as Marines over in flight control, and HBZ as aliens in data core. They are doing a 3 split into Crevice, 1 into Crossroads, and 1 into Computer Lab. Meanwhile, we got 2 of HBZ's aliens in Atrium, 1 in Crossroads, and 1 going south. Drydell gets caught going into the vents, giving away his position. Heracles, Icefelt, and Mendy coming into Atrium. We're seeing that Drifter just gets into position right at the right time over in Crossroads. We're seeing Vok build up there, and in Computer Lab, Alcalde is building up there as well. We do see that that poor Drifter that got into position has been killed. Drydell comes out of his hiding place and promptly goes right back into his hiding place. And now these Marines know that he's there, and Drydell needs to change his positioning. Shoot to kill, gets caught. Wow, look at it. They are just noticing. Did you see that? I mean, from here, he noticed it right across the way there. Great, great awareness of what is moving in the shadows. Bixum now holding down ventilation on his own. Icefelt and Heracles pushing into reactor core. We got Shoot to Kill and Cold Death in here, and they are going to be backed up by Mendass. Yeah, that's right. And it looks like they're just going to be cleaning up the sys at this point. Shoot to Kill and Cold Death kind of sitting up there scratching their heads. Should we not? Should we or should we not engage? Nope, Blind saying no, wait for me. And Drydell, wow, he's just unlucky today, just getting caught all over the place. Blind, oh my god, Blind as an egg going carapace. Oh man, so basically Godar paid HBZ back for that, because that happened last round when someone was going Kara. Very funny that that would happen to both teams. Alright, and this pain train coming down into Pipe Junction. And they are going to be moving into Data Core. Blind, Bixum, and Drydell now in there. Blind just gets taken out without even, I don't even think he knew what hit him. And Heracles comes in there, Icefelt men, they're all in there now in the corner. And they're going to be sniping this hive. On the other end of the map, Cold Death just running around Atrium. Ventilation, there's another Skulk as well coming back into Data Core. And here we go. They're just going to hold this area here. Easy for med packs to be dropped and for them to run over. Here comes HBZ in a concerted effort to push this away. Great engagement there. HBZ does clean that up, but you know, while they're doing that, it does take their attention away from the map. Godar forcing them into a defensive posture just 3 minutes into this map, and I think that's gonna keep going. I mean, look, here comes the Marine spawn. They're gonna stay together using the buddy system, grabbing their melt tickets and going, and these guys are just gonna stick together and basically keep harassing HBZ, so they're forced on defense. We do see HBZ trying to break out of this defensive posture, moving into Crossroads, taking down this RT. Icefelt, Heracles coming in, and it looks, oh wow, Shoot to Kill goes down. Drydell just escapes underneath the ramps there, and Hackatree skedaddles on the other way. And Alcalde building up this RT there. Bixum just leaving him alone. Over in Computer Lab, we're seeing Cold Death just stuck on the ceiling. Mendas was going to come through here, but you know what? Decided to go through there. So he is now moving into Crossroads, going to build up that RT there, and Icefelt coming in. Heracles up against Shoot to Kill. Icefelt takes him in the back, but not until Heracles does go down. Blind now trying to save this RT and build up a little bit of defense. Alcalde now against Blind and his Hydra farm. He's going to sit in that hallway and just try to snipe it and back off. So we're seeing that HBZ doing some RT harassing around. Heracles, Vok, and Icefelt, team of 3 coming in through Computer Lab, moving. They're going to move into sub-access. We're looking at the upgrades. Armor 1 is halfway done. Welders are going to be completed in just a few seconds. And Cold Death does actually get that RT in sub-access. The thing here, I mean, is like, here's kind of the problem. Like, when we're seeing, like, obviously a player skill advantage over with Godar, right? It almost takes 2 HBZ to take down 1 Godar, and when you have that in only a 6v6 match, that's really going to be tough. Look at that. Took 4 to take down Alcalde. I mean, yeah, I know he didn't take down any other ones, but still. Heracles, Icebelt, and Vok now coming into ventilation. So, losing engagements. Wow. Sorry, shoot to kill just gets barely out of there with no health. Basically, like, when you're losing engagements on the map, it's really hard to expand and hold whatever you expanded to, because you need double the effort to try to take out, like, say, 1 or 2 Marines. And quite frankly, you don't have enough players sometimes to do that. Vok taking down Hacketry right on the first jump, and look at this. They are just swarming them, yet Godar is just taking a step back, taking down Skulks. They lose 2 in that engagement, whereas Godar just lost 1. So it's really tough for HBZ to go up against this and try to hold any part of the map. Godar showing a very, very strong game, showing a strong Marine game, and their shots are just dead on. So now we're seeing Alcalde in the vents. He's being snuck up on by Bixum, and Drydell, he gets out of the vents. He needs to look behind him. He does see these Skulks. And Mend on the other end does help take down one of them, and both those Skulks down. So Weapons 1 now has started. I mean, let's look at this. Look at the pinch that's happening here. So they're building up in ventilation. They're also going to be building up in atrium. That is going to effectively, I mean, if they can get phase gates there, that's going to effectively cut off, let me redraw that, cut off this side of the map. And HBZ, we might see a pinch. They are going to get pinched here, and we might see a pinch here. If they do that, I mean, obviously the game is numbered against HBZ. 3 Marines now coming in through ventilation, and they are coming in through pipe junction and into the main hive. HBZ needs to be careful here. Do have a double lurk play on the field by HBZ, Cold Death and Hacketry. Let's see if those lurks will do anything against the skill of Godar. You see, shotguns have just been finished. Weapons 2 has started. Nice push here by HBZ, trying to clean up this offensive. Both lurks are in play against Icebelt and Vok. Icebelt does go down, and Vok ends up eating it as well. Mandas on the other side in Recticore, just trying to snipe this RT, 33% there, and now the aliens are responding. Don't think he's going to be able to get that down. Yep, there we go. Gets completely taken out. And HBZ trying to get a little bit more map control, or at least push Godar off of map control. Observatory has been completed. We're probably going to see phase gates start being researched here soon, so we can start the pinch. Sorry, I keep glancing over at the chat, and I shouldn't be doing that. All right, now we're seeing in Atrium, nothing really happening there. The aliens retreating. We do see assist chain moving in there. But Alcalde, a lone Marine, coming into Data Core. This is very odd. Godar usually doing a really good job staying together. This is probably just a harassment play. He should have waited just a few seconds for this 3 Marines to come there. And now look at this, all of HBZ, a little bit of overcommitment there, trying to get Alcalde out of there. But these 3 over in ventilation are now moving through Crossroads, through the hallway in Crossroads. Bixum now hears that they're coming, tries to parasite one of them, but now they do have shotguns, so we have to be careful. We have lost a Godar player. I don't know when that happened, but we have lost Mendas. He is not in the game. So this game still plays. We're 9 minutes in, so he's probably trying to reconnect right now. So really, if you guys play hockey, HBZ is profiting from a power play right now. I don't watch hockey. I think I know that term from video games. And if that's the wrong term, I'm sorry, hockey fans. All right, we're seeing a scan now being dropped in glass hallway. Heracles and Vok, and there's Mendas. He comes in, and he is reconnected. So now we're seeing a phase gate half built in crevice. I'm sorry, 22% built and 30% health. Seen a gorge tunnel linking up Atrium and Data Core. That Atrium hive is 35% grown. And we're seeing a phase gate link up ventilation. That's one of the places I said that they were going to drop this. Ventilation's a good spot because what that does is it technically cuts off this part of the map and saves sub access. And there we go. Nice phase gate placement there in Crevice. This is another popular place. All right, and now moving in there, HBZ is going to turn that corner and see that phase gate is operational. Mend backing off with that shotgun. Look at that, 4 players trying to take him down, and he finally does go down. We're seeing 1 player, Icefelt, in Data Core. It looks like he's just on harassment duty. He's doing a really good job. Half health right now, taking down the RT by himself. HBZ now on just 1 RT. Oh my god, and they are going to be on 0 RT if Vok and Heracles has their way with this Harvester, and they do take that down. 0 RTs now for HBZ, 7 RTs for Godar. Let's just look at this resource map. Oh my goodness. Look at what's going on there with the resource. How many resource towers? 544 versus 174, and team kills. Actually doing pretty good with team kills. Pretty even, just a 4 differential there in kills. Vok now moving into Crossroads. Meanwhile, 2 Marines coming into Data Core, Alcalde and Icefelt, trying to rough up HBZ, trying to call the back. Ow! And Hackatree does go down as that Lurk. You have Cold Death that popped out. He was a Lurk and he popped back into the hive just to try to save himself. He's popping in and out, just trying to get some nice kills, waiting for reinforcements to come. Does a good job there. We do see a fight is happening in a gorge tunnel. Icefelt and Alcalde use the gorge tunnel to meet Mend over in Atrium. Great job! Oh my god, Blind comes out of the gorge tunnel and gets popped as a gorge. More aliens just streaming out of that tunnel trying to push away this offensive. Great job by Godar and great communication. Hey, use the gorge tunnel, meet me over in Atrium. Yeah, sure, be right there. Great job there. And meanwhile, while this is happening, I mean, look at this. Heracles and Vok over in Data Core. Now we're seeing a total on the entire map. We're seeing a total of just 5 eggs on the map. If they can keep the pressure and keep splitting this defense on both sides, Icefelt now coming in to back up these Marines in Data Core. Mandas coming in there to back them up as well. Oh man, this is not looking good. They have shotguns and weapons 2. Weapons 3 is halfway done. This is not going to be good. 83% on this hive. I don't see any crags. We do have that gorge tunnel up. They're not going to waste time trying to take that down. They're just going to keep trying to focus fire this hive. And over in Atrium, we do see Alcalde just shooting up the place as well. 21% on that Harvester. We do see a spawn wave has come in, and look, just bodies and bodies of HBZ. Aliens just all over the place. We do see they have lost their Lurk. Shoot to kill is the only one left. 0 eggs in Data Core, 1 egg left in Atrium. There goes the Data Core hive, and here comes an Atrium. It's the only one left. That's the only egg. Drydell has spawned as an egg. It's the only one left. There's the good game. They used the gorge tunnel to come back to Atrium. Fantastic play by Godar. Wow. I am amazed every time I see these guys play. They have such great coordination, such great communication. HBZ giving it their all during that round, but it just wasn't enough.